G'day folks, welcome to the latest instalment of Brothers Weekly Wrap. This week we come to you having met our traditional rivals, the Ivanhoes, at home at Stan Williams Park on the weekend. A little bit of retribution in sorts. Obviously Ivanhoes were far too strong for us in the A-grade encounter when we took them on in round one to kick off the season out at Smithfield. But this time around we were able to get the spoils in 3 out of the 4 games. The day started with a really strong performance from our C-grade side. They were able to secure a 28 points to 6 win. It was by far their best performance of the year, and all the hard work that Jack Mapper and his crew have been putting into the boys is really starting to pay off. They led into reserve grade, another really good quality game and a really tight match as well. Again, we're able to secure a 2-point win over Ivanhoes. Something about those two sides when they meet means that it's always a ding-dong battle, and both games have only been decided by 2 points. So again, congratulations to our reserve grade side. Main curtain raiser for the A-grade clash this week was actually the under 18, so we reversed the order where the 18s actually kicked off before A-grade. Unfortunately, our guys didn't quite turn up, and they've had a pretty disappointing couple of weeks leading into that match. Their commitment to training, well, it just hasn't been there, and it really showed when they took the field against Ivanhoes. Ivanhoes have a good team, and well, we've got a team stacked full of stars. Unfortunately, the individual brilliance wasn't able to come to the fore on the weekend, and we're just soundly outplayed by a team that were better on the day. So full credit to Ivanhoes and Jono Zangrandi, their coach. I know has been working really hard with those guys, and it really showed in their performance. Unfortunately, there's a real sour note to come out of that game with our player Malachi Songuro. Little Mallee plays well above his weight. Unfortunately, he broke his leg pretty badly on the weekend, and he's been in hospital where he's undergone a series of operations to try and correct that. So we wish Malachi all the best for his recovery, and no doubt that the tough little bugger that he is, he'll be back on the paddock before we know it, and so best wishes, Mallee. That was actually the second leg injury for the day, as we suffered another fractured ankle to reserve grades Dylan Smith. Dylan, another tough bugger, so he actually was walking on it in the shower where he probably made it a fair bit worse. So we wish Dylan also a speedy recovery. In the A-grade clash, two good sides went at it for 80 minutes. It was a really close encounter. Fortunately, we were able to secure an 18 points to 10 win. I thought it was probably one of our grittiest performances for the year. Both sides were locked at 0-0 until the 32nd minute. We basically just traded blows for that first half an hour, and then the game started to open up, and we were fortunate enough to be able to jag a couple of tries to lead at half time, 10 points to 0, and then extend that lead in the early stages of the second half when my Pelly Morshoe scooted away after some really good lead-up work from Matty Bond and PJ Webb. We really built that win, I guess, on our completion rates, which seems strange for us to say, but it was our best completion rate for the season, and it was all the more pleasing given the conditions as well. But what we had was 17 players on the field who all contributed well, and contributed for the full 80 minutes. So I was really pleased having come away from that game with a win, because Ivanhoes are certainly a good side, and they'll be buoyed by their performance as well. They've got a few guys coming to their team as well, so they'll certainly be happy with the performance that they put forward on the weekend. Another pleasing aspect was that the performance came minus a few of our stars via work commitments and injury. We had Benny Fitzpatrick and Adam Kelly away with some work commitments, while we also had injury to our captain Robbie Swain, Georgie Morshoe, and also obviously Nathan Kershaw with his knee injury from a few weeks ago. But in saying that, again, the 17 guys that took the field were exceptional. Unfortunately, we're not able to really gain any real momentum at the moment. We've come off a good win against Roos into a competition suspension for a weekend before we met Ivanhoes, and then now we've got the bye before we take on Mareeba next week. So that will obviously provide us with an opportunity to get together, get away from the game for a little bit, rest up, but also get together and undertake a little bit extra training as we prepare for our next clash against Mareeba, which is certainly going to be a very special occasion. Ourselves and Mareeba will vie for the Tony Schaaf Memorial Shield. It's obviously a game that's going to mean a whole lot to both clubs, and I think it's really fitting that we're able to remember Tony in this manner, and there'll be a memorial shield that's up for grabs each year when we host Mareeba down here at Stan Williams Park. And so in commemoration of Tony's service to both clubs, we've actually combined both jerseys to form a framed mongrel jersey, which will be raffled off between now and the game, which will then provide the proceeds to Tony's family with Billy Joe and the kids to benefit from that. So hopefully we can raise plenty of money on that day, have a brothers win so that we get our name on the shield, and then Billy Joe will also present a man of the match as selected by her for the game. So there's certainly plenty to play for as individuals and also as a club. So hopefully we come back to you in 2 weeks' time following another brothers victory in possession of the Tony Schaff Memorial Shield. So until then, go the fish.